Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. Now this video is one of those crazy videos out there, so please, I'm going to highlight this quite a bit. Take this video for entertainment purposes, okay? Don't make any comments down below. And I'm going to give you guys a really big spoiler warning too as well before we even do a deep dive in the video itself and explain what's going on. Because once again, although this is more on the entertainment side and things could or could not be going true, please make sure if you guys don't want to be spoiled for whatever reason, you click off the video. I'd rather you guys not be. But this is a little bit of an intriguing gossip going on over here because it seems like there's a lot of hate on this game going on over here already. So what we're going to talk about throughout this video is that the Intergalactic The Heretic Prophet, which has been getting kind of a lot of attention, and funny enough, a lot more negative attention than expected, is actually now apparently been fully leaked. Now I'm going to let the trailer out here run in the background too, as we've showed up a few different times, just kind of a little bit of the stuff for the ADHD folks out there. But as of right this second for this video, we saw and of course, take everything over here with a grain of salt, a 4chan post that completely and utterly spoiled the entire game. We're talking about the entire plot, the entire everything, which is why I'm giving you guys the warning if you guys don't want to go and watch this and have the game spoiled for whatever reason. Completely understand. I'd rather you guys not than care about like views or ads or watch time. But I'm going to go talk about this because obviously it could be fake. Any type of random leak from like a 4chan or Reddit or random unnamed Twitter source doesn't usually always have the most grain of salt. But right now, this game is actually getting a lot more, negative attention. A lot of people don't like how the main character looks. A lot of people are kind of calling it woke, and a lot of people are just saying this game is not going to be a day one buy for them. And obviously with now the entire game somewhat out leaked there's been a little bit more controversy thrown on in where people are assuming the storyboard and the writing and everything else is absolutely abysmal. Now I do once again want to say, take everything here with a grain of salt, and it's kind of hard to have an entire game out here entirely leaked, and of course as well this could be completely just utterly BS in the entire capacity. So keep that in mind. But for entertainment's sakes and purposes, we're gonna go talk about the game, and this is hopefully long enough warning for you guys to go click off if you guys aren't interested, or if you just want to hear the drama and the spiel. I got you guys. Leave your comments and thoughts down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. Subscribe for the PS5 Pro giveaway ending very, very soon. So make sure you guys get your last minute Twitch follows. We have the 2 Twitter accounts down below, and of course our YouTube, but for the second YouTube account for bonus giveaway entries, please go and do that or subscribe here. And of course, as well, we have all the affiliate links down below, and let's dive on into it. So as I mentioned, you guys kind of got the big preemptive gist, is that there's been a lot of hate on this game, first and foremost, saying the character is not too womanly, and I kind of have my own take on it, where I've said before, if the game is good, I'll play it. Now, do I usually kind of prefer big, like, bootied Asian waifus when it comes to games like a Stellar Blade? Hey, if I could pick and choose, I'm probably picking that. But if the character looks cool, the game is well made, the animations look good, or whatever it might go and be, I don't really necessarily mind. But it's more about it. The game is good, the writing is good, and the story is good. And obviously, like, if it's a type of genre of game I like, because I'm not really the biggest fan of certain game genres. That's how it is. But at the end of the day, that's what kind of matters the most towards me. And this game has been getting a lot of hate, a lot of flack. We even covered this up here. Comments have been removed for the YouTube trailers, mass dislikes, and a lot of people just assuming that they're done. Like, a lot of people are like, we just don't want to play this type of game. I like how the character looks. They think PlayStation based on the Concord went too far, too wokey, whatever it might be, whatever words you want to use. So obviously, some people are kind of a little bit skeptical on the game itself as a whole already. But we don't have to go dive into that one too much because we already made a video on that itself. But now that you guys remember what this game is, I'm going to go and talk about this random 4chan post over here that apparently has now been fully leaking. Now, if you guys just want to even put me up in the background, I'm doing a lot of yapping and reading this, so maybe just enjoy my lovely, majestic voice. But apparently, the Lord, that a lot of these big gaming journalists actually had a chance to go and see the plot and the gameplay details, and as well was apparently sent to a lot of the bigger boys, such as, say, like, Jason Schreier and all that type of stuff. And they're debating on whether or not to share it and all this type of stuff. So the leaker is supposedly a disgruntled Naughty Dog staff member who hates the direction the company is going as Druckmann gets more powerful and influential, part of the reason why Schreier is hesitant to give the okay. And my friend is an exclusive gaming journalist Discord server sent me the summary of this leak. So once again, take everything with a grain of salt, but this is like from a disgruntled employee apparently. And as you guys know, things like The Last of Us is not necessarily like on the wokey side too much. I always hate using the word woke and using it on like discussions, but like they have the TV show. So a lot of people out here have then like it's raising big money. They're gonna have a Last of Us Part 3, and Naughty Dog's been around for a while. So there is some pretty big pull even in PlayStation. So they're saying the player character Jordan was a member of the this is all about, by the way, spoiler alert in case you guys care. The Five Aces, a band of notorious criminals. The leader, Louis Tony Dalton, disappeared without a trace, causing the five to drift apart. The reason for Jordan's shaved head and the absurd reaction, to which Naughty Dog fully expected, is to serve the hiding of her identity as she's a wanted criminal. Now, people are saying that's kind of like a big dumb comment, mainly because it's like the character itself like your facial, like if I go and get a mohawk or an afro, I'm going to look the same based on the face, but people are kind of critiquing out that early league. So Jordan works as a bounty hunter purely as a means to find her former partners, kind of based on the trailer itself, particularly Lewis, who sees as a father figure. Kunal Najini plays Colin, the comic relief of the crew. The tutorial and opening mission is on Sempira's moon, leading to Jordan chasing Colin into space. An important note from the leak is that there will be no space combat, which sucks. The aforementioned segment is a cutscene. So I'm actually kind of a big fan of space combat if it's done well. Various even like, Star Wars games will integrate that into their games. I kind of want that in my games, but at the same time, we also start Starfield and sometimes kind of just bloatware. And, if the game is more meant to be on planets, that's fine. Like at the end of the day, it's kind of whatever. So as they fly into Sempira's atmosphere, the EMP wave disables both ships, leading them to crash into different locations. The bulk of the game is described as an open world Uncharted mixed with sci-fi elements. But see, like some people are hating on this early leak, but that kind of sounds kind of fun to me. Now, at the end of the day, so the majority of enemy combatants are AI-driven machines, but with a wide variety of types, melee, range, and even vehicle combat are in the game. Also, that's a thumbs up for me. The base of operations in the game is the Ukraine ship, which can be customized. Kind of think like, almost like a Metroid Prime, which once again, I do like space games, and this is kind of perking my interest. As you find each member of your old crew, they will join you on the ship with seamless interactions depending on the day and night cycle. Think Red Dead Redemption 2 in your search for Lewis. So the gist of the plot is that Lewis sent a message to all members of the Five, excluding Jordan, to meet him on this planet. They were specifically instructed to come alone and not mention this to other members. Once 3 members of the crew besides Lewis join you, the game takes a hard turn and an underground dwelling race of aliens known as Sempirians kidnap Jordan's teammate. The ship with all of its decorations and customization is destroyed. I hate whenever games do that, but inspired by the Mass Effect 2's collector's event. The Sempirians resemble humans with some notable differences, including the ability to sprout large insect legs that allows them to scale walls as well as night vision. Kind of weird, kind of strange. With more of a survival horror shift, you make your way through underground tunnels and try to save your crew. Which I like so far, everything I'm hearing from this, I know it's a lot of leaks, a lot of hearsay, a lot of potentially fake news. I kind of like this. Like some people might be calling this game like wokey or whatever it might be, but if this is played out well with that Naughty Dog twist, and obviously PlayStation games do have that very nice graphical improvement and elements, I'm kind of in this. Like so far it seems cool. It's kind of like you kind of get used to the game and you actually have like some crazy stuff happen. I like survival horror games. Think like, I don't know, like Callisto Protocol. You give me a game like that, I'm into that, dude. I'm done. So eventually you will reach where they are held, where it's revealed Lewis is preparing to execute them in front of a horde of angry Sempirians. Jordan interrupts, begging to know why Lewis is doing this. Lewis explains the big twist of the game, which is, once again, the big spoilers. The Sempirians were once humans who were teleported to the planet thousands of years ago as a side effect of the quantum experimentation needed to develop distant space-faring technology. The quantum influence on their genetics rapidly advanced the stage of evolution to help them adapt to the Sempirians' harsh environment, making them like bugs. I don't know, I was kind of weird about whatever. And then when Lewis crashed the planet, he found himself empathizing with their race, promising to help support their desire to return to Earth. Druckmann apparently had read Heart of Darkness, which inspired this plot point. So the Sempirians' religion, founded by the heretic prophet, and it's the base of the name of the game, started generations upon generations would suffer until a messiah arrived to lead Sempirians to their ancestral home, which they would reclaim the land and purge its inhabitants. The AI software and battle machinery on the planet was constructed over thousands of years to assist with invading Earth. However, the technology needed for a ship to pierce Sempira's atmosphere without being disabled by its unique qualities could not be figured out. Jordan is forced to watch as each of her companions are shot in the head by Lewis. She begs to know why he's doing this. Lewis informs her she was never meant to be here. It's why he didn't call her to come. He was using his former partner's presence on the planet as a mean to an end. It's revealed that Lewis informed Galactic Pool that 4 of the 5 aces would be in Sempira, and a fleet of police ships outfitted the EMP countering tech arrived on the planet, basically saying they found out. Lewis has an affection for Jordan, so he orders the Sempirians to detain her while they fight Galactic Pool and take their ships. Jordan escapes in the final act as the player tear through a war zone between the two sides, ultimately resulting in Jordan chasing Lewis down and killing him as he operates a huge tank. Stein's words are to ask Jordan to continue his work, that the Sempirians deserve to see their home again. The player then has a choice to choose to tank, to destroy the Sempirian robots and destroy the planet itself, leaving them defenseless to be slaughtered against that entire basically the bad, like quote unquote bad people, or destroy the galactic pool ships. After the choice you made, you find Lewis's old ship and fly into space, and the ending depends on which choice you made. Now, that is a lot of spoilers, and obviously take everything here with a grain of salt and stuff from the game, but based on the trailer, unless they're trying to just put some stuff into chat, GPT, or AI, which is always a very, very valid thing, like at the end of the day, it could make sense. So I obviously said like 5 different spoiler alert warnings in case you guys, this is some valid validity. I'm not entirely super sure out there, but at the end of the day, what do you guys think if you guys sat through and didn't mind? Some people already said they didn't want to buy the game, so this might help them on out and make everything a little bit easier for them to kind of avoid it. But at the end of the day, I do kind of think the game itself does seem cool. Some of the things there were interesting to me, and if that is the rough plot point for the game, which does seem somewhat believable, I think I'm okay with it. At the end of the day, I think I'm probably picking it up, depending on how the graphics are, how the gameplay is, and all of that. But once again, it's kind of feels bad. I don't really like the idea that the game developers had some of the plot leaked. I think that is a bad look overall. Just like it feels bad if this is the actually true. But I'm kind of, in my mind, and kind of like the justification of why I even made this video, usually random posts on 4chan, not always are right. I mean, sometimes they are, but I'm kind of taking this more of it's maybe not going to be true. I feel like there's a lot of big NDAs, and I'm sure, I don't know. Like, I'm not entirely sure. I feel this probably would have been leaked a little bit earlier on too as well. So, like I said, take everything here with a grain of salt, but I do think this game itself has some cool vibes. I think the gameplay looks cool, and if it's almost like a Dark Souls-y type adventure game, or even like a Jedi type survivor type game, I'm kind of buying into it. So, yeah, that's my thoughts and comments. Make sure you guys give me yours down below. And once again, I hope you guys didn't get spoiled because I just gave you guys so many spoiler warnings. Subscribe if you guys are new. Subscribe for the PS5 Pro giveaway and all the affiliate links down below. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching here in the first place.